Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jeremy here, and thanks for joining me on this training on how to build a 100k personal training business using Facebook ads. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to be making an offer for you to jump on a call with one of my team. But before we get into any of that, I just want to give you a brief run through of who I am and why I'm worth listening to. So, of course, my name is Jeremy, and I'm a former personal trainer, self-confessed marketing nerd, and now business consultant, which means basically I help personal trainers to grow and scale their business and increase their income using marketing methods. So the journey into the fitness industry hasn't always been sunshine and rainbows. Back in England, I did my qualification after pretty much having a life-changing effect from exercise and nutrition, and basically fitness saved my life. It helped me get on track, and I wanted to share this with other people. So there I was, young, fresh and green, and eager to really make something of myself. And I signed up to Fitness First in South Birmingham, big box gym, plenty of competition, high rent, which I'm sure some of you can relate to. And I just struggled for a long time. Didn't really get too much help off the fitness director. Didn't really make any money. I really loved doing what I was doing, but I just wasn't making enough cash really to live on, and wasn't growing a business. So fast forward a few years later, I came to Australia, and before setting up my business this time, I invested heavily into marketing, did heaps of courses, got myself a mentor, and when I launched, I pretty much managed to scale and grow my business. Within 5 weeks, I was doing 100k a year. I'd signed 10 clients on $200 a week for 3 sessions, and over the 5 weeks I just took on 2 clients a week. And so after 5 weeks I had 10 clients and I was doing $2,000 a week. So it is possible. If anyone ever tells you that you can't make a lot of money in personal training, tell them it's BS, because I'm living proof that it can be done, and now I help other trainers to do it. So this basically, this system and Facebook advertising and marketing in general just really helped explode my business. And from there, I moved into a mentoring role where I was helping trainers with their certifications, and now into the more consulting and marketing role where I help PTs actually grow their business using marketing. So along the way, it has afforded me some of the nicer things in life that I never thought was possible when I was younger. And it's allowed me to buy a nice car, obviously, and treat my wife to a trip around Europe. But most importantly, it's allowed me to not only fly first class, but to fly back to the UK whenever I want, as many times a year as I want, to see my family, which is the most important thing to me, because of having this kind of system in place. It allows you to, take on clients as often as you want, really. You never have to worry about obtaining new clients. It puts you in control. So this strategy can be used anywhere in the world. I've got clients in the UK and the US now. So this can be used anywhere. This is the power of Facebook right now. Facebook's got like over 2 billion users, so it's not slowing down. And if you speak to any of your current clients, you'll probably find that a lot of them do have a Facebook account. So all the clients you ever want, they're right there, right now on Facebook, just waiting to be reached, and we just need to get in front of them, right? So with this strategy, it just involves 3 bits of software, which is obviously the Facebook marketing platform, Zapier, which is a little bit of software which I'll introduce you to in just a moment, and of course an email follow-up system, which I use MailChimp. But if you're using something else, that's totally fine too. So into the training, we'll get stuck right in, and it all starts, of course, with a Facebook campaign. So you're going to create your campaign. I'm going to call this test, just because we're just going to be messing around here. So what we want to do is we're going to select this one here, lead generation. Now, a lot of marketing gurus and coaches teach you how to drive traffic, how to drive conversion campaigns. But we're going to select lead gen here, and that'll make sense shortly. So once we select lead gen, we're going to select our page, So that'll be your business page, your fitness business page. And then we're going to call our ad set just ad set 1, and this will make sense shortly. So ad set will be the people who we're targeting with our advert, and then our ad name, this will be the exact advert itself, which we're going to be showing to people in that area. Okay, so stay with me here, my internet's a little bit slow at the moment. So Facebook's basically just going to build that framework for us right now, and here we have it. You're going to collapse this menu just because it's a bit easier, and we're going to select our campaign, and here we have our ad set. We're going to edit this ad set, so now we're going to basically target people with our advert. Okay, I'm just going to move my mush there, and down here, there you're going to set your budget. So we've got $20 a day. That's going to be perfect. So we're going to get heaps of leads. And location, so really important here, I'm going to deselect Australia. So here you just want to put in wherever your gym is based. If you're somewhere in England, if you're somewhere in the US, or you're somewhere in Australia. So let's just use somewhere that everyone knows. So let's say Sydney. Facebook's going to pull up Sydney, and obviously we don't want to be targeting everybody in Sydney. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in here, so pay attention. We're going to get really close in, and we're just going to, let's say, well, we've got Elizabeth Bay. Let's just choose Potts Point for just an example. So let's say your gym or your facility is in Potts Point right here. We're going to drop that pin right there, and we're going to change the kilometers in the radius to about 3Ks. So that's just going to show our advert to everybody in this 3K radius. But of course, we don't want to show it to everybody. We want to show it to people who are interested in our service. So here you can select your age and gender. Let's go with men for now. And then this is where it gets really interesting. So if you, for example, you own a CrossFit gym and you want to target people interested in CrossFit, you can select CrossFit. If you are a running coach and you want to target people who are interested in running, you can select running. So that means that your adverts are going to be shown to 100,000 people who are men between that age bracket. Okay, cool. So we know who we're targeting, we know their age, we know their gender, and we know their location. Okay, really important. So we're going to click on ad set. This is going to pull through our advert. Same thing, we're going to click edit, and then this is going to bring up our advert creative. So this is where we're going to create our advert that we're going to show to people. Okay, so ignore the errors that might pop up, just click those down. First things first is an image. Okay, you want something eye-catching, and Facebook has a whole heap of images here you can select. So here we've got some fitness ones. We've got running, men running, since we're targeting men. And then Facebook, when it gets round to it, will bring up some images. Okay, so let's just select an image. And you can take your time on picking one of these images. You will have to test them to find out what works. And then, so we've got our image. So that's what it's going to look like. That's a pretty cool image. It's quite eye-grabbing. And then here, this is really important. This is where we're going to be telling people what we're offering them. Okay, so this is something that's going to be your offer. So since we're targeting men in Potts Point, you might want to start your advert with wanted men in Potts Point who want to increase their 10K time, or something along those lines. This is basically where you get to be creative and offer your service to people in that area. Okay, so a headline, again, this is where you can put something big and bold, like wanted 6 guys around Potts Point for a free, I don't know, assessment. You might want to do a running assessment. And then there you have it. Facebook will give you a preview of what it's going to look like, okay? So there's your advert that we're going to show to people. So here you're going to click on create lead form. And now Facebook has made this really simple and easy for people to opt into your offer, because we don't need a website, we don't need a landing page. What we do need to do is select our questions. So these are the bits of information we want to get from our leads. So obviously we want their name, we want their email so we can email them, and we want their phone number so we can call them. So we're going to select here phone number, and then here you can see email, full name and phone number. And that's it. So people are going to opt into your offer, fill in their details, and what we're going to do next, which is really important, is we're going to use some software called MailChimp, and you can use, there's a whole heap of other ones, ActiveCampaign, there's Aweber, but I use MailChimp. And then here you're going to follow these people up with email. So whoever doesn't convert into a client for you, you can then remarket to them via email for free. Okay, once you have all of this set up, and it might take a bit of time, but once it's set up, you can then remarket to these people and communicate with these people, build a relationship with these people. So when the time comes where they're ready to pull the trigger and they really want to get a personal trainer, they're going to be thinking of you, okay? And you can remarket to them as much as you want. So here, for example, you know, the first one is an application received saying thanks, and then there's just gentle reminders to just, you know, come and book in for your session or your assessment or whatever. Now to tie all that together, we're going to use Zapier, and I'm not going to jump into the weeds with you on this one, guys, but here this basically just ties in Facebook, flicks us an email with their contact details so we can call them, and then it adds them to our list. All automated, okay? So there's no manual stuff involved. And the end result will look something like this, where you will have leads coming into your inbox. You can call these people, you can text them, you can email them, and these are all people putting their hand up saying, hey, I'm interested in your service. Here's my phone number, give me a call. Like, how cool is that, right? So that's it, guys. That's the training all done. So let's have a look at the numbers, okay? So let's say, for instance, and this is a really important part, so pay attention, okay? Let's say, for instance, you're paying $10 for a lead, so that's someone's name, email and phone number, and for 10 leads you're going to pay $100, right? 10 times 10. So if you're converting just 10% of those, which is very easily done, we've got PTs converting 15 to 20%. So if you're only converting 10%, you've basically paid $100 to acquire that new client, right? So if that client jumps onto your running program or your weight loss program or your whatever it is, Olympic lifting program or muscle building program, whatever, and they pay you $150 a week over 12 weeks, that's an $800 return, right? So your return on investment is 1700%. Now, I don't know about you, but I do not know many investments that you can make where you can create such a high return. Whether it's, you know, if you're in real estate, you're a real estate investor, you stocks and bonds, or you've got money in high interest account, you'll know that the yield from those is nowhere near that. So this is how powerful the Facebook advertising is right now, okay? You put $100 in, you get $1,800 out, and that's a pretty cheap client. If you add them on a $200 a week program, you know, obviously your return is even more. You know, $150 a week for 3 sessions, wherever you are in the world. Like, if you, this is Australian dollars, but if you convert it into pounds or US dollars, you can see there's a huge return to be made. So let's say, for instance, you have a client paying you $150 a week. You'd need 13 clients to hit that 100K a year. So that's 13 clients doing 3 sessions. Or if you did it how I did it, which is 10 clients at 3 sessions a week for $200. and I was doing 1 hour sessions. So you do 3 1-hour sessions, including the meal plan, and you charge $200 a week. That's $2,000 a week, right? It's 8K a month. It's 104 grand a year. So I hope you're seeing exactly how this works in real terms and how it can work in your business. So what this does and how it impacts your life is, using a system like this, you have the choice on how many clients you want to take on, because you're now in control, right? And if you're in control of how many clients you have, you're in control of your income, and you're in control of how much time you want to take off, because you no longer have to worry about, you know, taking a couple of weeks off to go holiday and coming back to no clients. If a couple of clients drop off, you just simply pump that extra $100 into marketing, get a new client. $100 in, $1,800 out. So just remember that, okay? Also, this then allows you to, once you hit your capacity, it allows you to then hire trainers underneath you. So once you're hitting that, 10 to 13 clients training with you regularly, and your marketing system is delivering more clients, you then have the power to hire someone else and make money from them. So you have, leveraged income basically. Those people are earning money for you, So from there, obviously, you can go into opening a studio and even franchising that studio, right? So all of this, it just gives you the freedom and control within your business. You're not relying on anybody else. You're not relying on the gym staff, reception staff, a fitness director, or any kind of leaflets and flyers, or just approaching people on the gym floor. You actually now have predictability in your business. You have the control, and you can have freedom. So there are a few problems obviously involved in coming up with these systems, and that is obviously copywriting the ads takes a lot of time, practice and experience. It doesn't just happen to create a good ad. You need to select the right images, which of course involves testing. The targeting, if you want to hit niche targeting, can take time. The email copywriting does take a lot of time and practice to get right. The integration using the Zapier, Facebook and your email software can be an absolute fucking pain. Your offer creation, obviously you need to create a juicy offer, and that's something we specialize in, is creating these offers that get people's attention. And split testing the ads themselves costs money, and again time. So all of this does take a whole lot of time, energy and money and effort, and often frustration to get this going. But do you think, right, if you had a system like this set up for you with everything done with a proven success rate that guarantees that you're getting the clicks and the leads, people's emails and phone numbers coming to you, and do you think if you had like 20 to 30 leads coming in each and every week, right, guaranteed, and if you had the exact phone script for what to say when you're on the phone to these people, and ultimately the right sales training and presentation on how to convert and often take full cash payments up front, and most importantly, if you had the support from people who have built PT businesses, and we've got people here in the office as well who have built businesses in finance too, so there's a lot of support here. If you had the support from people who have achieved the same kind of success that you want, do you think right now that you could grow 100k PT business and beyond? Like 100k is not the limit. It's really should be your starting point, because that's how much scale is available when you start actually investing into marketing. Putting that 100 in to get 1800 out. This is where you're going to see a lot of growth. So how our service works is basically we will handle everything from start to finish. So all the tech side is taken care of, all the copywriting, all the split testing, everything, and is just taken care from us. That's what we do as a marketing team, is we handle everything, so you can just carry on and get on with training people and growing your business, and hiring people, and going to lease a studio if that's what you wanted to do. We find all the best images and write out everything for you that guarantees that you will start getting leads within 48 hours. Often a lot less than that once we've got everything set up. Sometimes you'll start getting leads coming in within 24 hours, and you could be signing them onto your package the next day. That's how quickly this can happen. We integrate all the software, so you don't have to worry about anything like that, and we'll get people booking in to speak to you on the phone. And also, obviously, with that, we provide all the support needed for you to grow and scale a business. And like I said, 100k income per year, it's just the baseline really. If you want to grow it to further than that and hire people and scale, then we're there to support you and put the systems in place to allow that, okay? So look, this is my offer to you, as I mentioned at the beginning of the training, is if all of this is, making sense to you and you can see the value and you can see the benefit from it, and you're the kind of PT who is, not necessarily struggling, but you can see the benefit and you want to grow a business, and you want some predictability and control and freedom within your business, then I'd like to just offer up the chance for you to jump on the phone with either myself or one of my team, just to have a discussion and have a chat really about whether we can help get you there. It's called a strategy call for a reason, and that is we just want to find out where you are right now within your personal training business, and ultimately where you want to take it to. Whether you want to just be a one-man band doing 120k a year, that's fine. If you want to hire staff and have trainers working for you and go the studio route, we can help you with that, and we can put a strategy together, short-term and long-term, to really make that happen. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in and you just want to jump on the call, and just go ahead and click the button below now. There's no high-pressured sales, there's no sales pitch or anything like that. It's just a call where we talk to you, get to know about your goals and your dreams and your business. And then if we feel like we can help you, then obviously we'll make you an offer to come on board and hire us for our services. And then it's your choice, obviously, if you want to, and look, at the end of the day, even if you don't want to go ahead and book that call. There's no pressure to. I hope this training has at least given you some kind of insight and some help, and it's been of some kind of benefit to you anyway, so you can go ahead and grow your business. If you do want to go out and try and do it alone, that's cool too. Okay, so like I said, hope this has helped, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks.